Okay. We're gaveling in for the clerk at 8:34 a.m., May 27th, 2022. We are Commissioner's Courtroom on the third floor of Nueces County Courthouse, 901 Leopard. And we do have a quorum. Commissioner Gonzalez is present. Commissioner Hernandez is present. Commissioner Maras is present, but online for the record. And therefore, I certify that a quorum has been established. Let's rise with a pledge of allegiance to the United States and
Judge
to our
Walker
Texas
here.
flags.
Just wanted to let you know.
Okay, I just saw, if the record will reflect, Commissioner Chesney is here.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Announcement on disclosure of conflicts of interest. Any conflicts of interest or appearance of conflict of interest with items in this agenda shall be declared at this time. Members with conflicts will remain, or appearance of conflicts of members with conflicts will refrain from voting and are asked to refrain from discussion on such items. Conflicts discovered later in the meeting shall be disclosed at this time. Are there any such disclosures of conflicts of interest or appearance of conflicts of interest at this time?
Judge, I continue to voluntarily recuse myself with no conflict of interest on the item posted on the agenda today.
Item D is a safety briefing. Have you filled out paperwork?
Nope, because there's no conflict of interest. It's a voluntary recusal.
Okay. I don't think I've ever gotten that brief, Jenny. Would you be so good as to send that to me? Item D is safety briefing, and we'll turn our attention to Rebecca.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, and attendees. Our safety briefing for today, May 27th, is being held in the Nueces County Commissioner's Courtroom. The restrooms are located on the right-hand side of the third floor atrium, past the Human Resources Office. There is a fire extinguisher located at the rear of the courtroom, and also 5 additional fire extinguishers located throughout the atrium area. Bleed control stations are on every floor. In the event of cardiac emergency, an AED is located on the right wall next to the Human Resources Office. Participant for today who will be responsible for dialing 911 will be Connie. In the event of evacuation, our egress route will be slowly down the atrium stairs, proceeding out the doors located on the LaPan Street side of the courthouse and assemble in the parking lot across the street. It is important to stay together. Should there be a need to shelter in place, depending upon the severity of the shelter in place, the courtroom double doors will be secured and remain secure until given further instructions from the Nueces County Sheriff's Office or other law enforcement agencies. And again, we have our guest sanitizer, Michael. Thank you.
Perfect. Day, would you bring public comment forward? I don't see anybody in the courtroom. Is there anybody online? Okay, don't see anybody online. Connie? And,
Judge, if you'll just someone can just let me know when y'all are back in by text, I would appreciate it.
we will have Ida be in charge of that. She's not in the courtroom right this second, but we will tell her when she comes back in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to move to Ade. You're going to be responsible for letting Commissioner Chesney know by text when we come back in the courtroom. Okay? At this time, we're going to go into executive session. Our regular agenda item is also posted as an executive session item, and so I'm giving notice at this time that we will, under the provisions of the Open Meetings Act, Chapter 551, the Texas Government Code, go into executive session to consult with attorneys, and we do so in accordance with the Government Code, Vernon's Texas codes, 551, 071, 072, 073, 074, 745, 7686, and 87. We're going to hold this executive session to consult with we're going to hold this executive session to consult with attorneys, including matters relating to litigation, real property, gifts, personal matters, termination, county advisory bodies, security device, economic development negotiations, any other matters that may be discussed or listed on our agenda in executive session. Upon completion, we'll come back into open session as Commissioners Court. We will take any action as deemed appropriate on items discussed in executive session. For Emma, the time is 8:39, a.m. And so therefore, I'm gaveling us out at 8:39. I'll ask Connie to take us off the 32 a.m., and we're back on the record. Connie, make sure that we're all on. Commissioner Modis is online, and everybody else is still present. I'd like to ask Commissioner Chesney if he can be online. There he is. All right, so we're back out of executive session, and there was one item on the regular agenda, 2A1, but there is no action needed at this time. No motions to consider, just a consult for the county attorney and outside counsel to visit with us. So therefore, I guess the motion could be on 2A1 to table till June 8th, our next meeting, where we could have the same exact, not the same exact, but the generalization of the item that's 2A1. Okay, so is there a motion to table to June 8th? And motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. There's no other meetings?
Abs-
And Chesney's an abstention, Emma? And
Thank
there are no other business to be conducted at this time, and therefore, I will move straight to adjournments in memory. I felt like there was one. Was there one? No? Well, I'll do it again more properly, but I was reading the paper this morning, and it made me very sad to see that Sammy Kins had passed away. Sammy Kins was a great friend of our family, and he was if you ever loved Coors beer, you knew Sammy because he owned the Coors distributorship here for many, many years. And they were great community activists as well. So our condolences to the Kins family. And also, I will do it more properly, but to Mr. Luis Garcia, also a dear family friend, on the passing of his wife, Emma. We're sending condolences and prayers and thoughts our way. And of course, how could we end any meeting in adjournment in memory without thinking of the 19 children that were killed in Uvalde, the 2 teachers, and the husband of the teacher who died of a heart attack yesterday. We must remember, no matter what is going on in our lives or in the lives of this courtroom, that it pales in comparison.
There's something worse somewhere.
Pales in comparison to the horror of the tragedy of Uvalde and of Buffalo. And so let's adjourn in those beautiful angels' memories. We stand adjourned.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. 9:35 is the time. We're done.